We are back now with extreme weather to tell you about and a possible hurricane, another one brewing in the Caribbean.
Meteorologist Janice Dean is live with the latest on Nate. And Janice, is Nate heading for the Gulf?
Yes, the answer is yes. It is not Nate just yet. It is still a tropical depression, and the longer it spends close to land, it's not going to get its act together, and that's what we're hoping for. However, the National Hurricane Center says that, yes, this is going to become Nate, a tropical storm as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend, possibly becoming a minimal hurricane and potentially making landfall anywhere from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle. So my advice is, we don't have a lot of time. If you live anywhere from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama into Florida, you need to be making your preparations. This is going to happen this weekend. And again, potentially a hurricane. Don't think it's going to be a major hurricane, but something we have to potentially watch because hurricane season is not over yet.
Until the end of November. All right,
Yep.
JD, thank you.
Thanks. Of course.
Tropical storm Nate forms in Caribbean, may threaten Gulf Coast as hurricane. After a brief pause in tropical activity, Tropical Storm Nate formed Thursday in the Caribbean near the coast of Nicaragua and may impact the Gulf Coast by this weekend. The storm is located about 10 miles south of Puerto Cabezas, Nicaragua, the National Hurricane Center said in its 8 a.m. ET advisory. Nate has sustained winds of about 40 miles per hour, moving northwest at 8 miles per hour, the NHC said, adding strengthening is likely over the northwestern Caribbean Sea tonight and Friday. On the forecast track, the center of Nate should move across northeastern Nicaragua and eastern Honduras today and then over the northwestern Caribbean Sea tonight and Friday, the NHC said. The government of Mexico has issued a hurricane watch along the northern coast of the Yucatan Peninsula from Punta Herrero to Rio Lagritos. Bands of heavy rain and wind may affect Cancun and Cozumel by Friday, according to Fox News senior meteorologist Janice Dean. A tropical storm warning is also in effect from Sandy Bay Surpe, Nicaragua to Punta Costilla, Honduras. Interests elsewhere in Honduras, the Bay Islands, western Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula should monitor the progress of Nate, the NHC said. Track the storm at myfigshurricane.com. Rainfall amounts of 15 to 20 inches are expected across portions of Nicaragua and Honduras, with isolated maximum amounts of 30 inches and could cause life-threatening flash floods and mudslides. The storm's proximity to, or possibly moving over land will keep it disorganized in the short term, but strengthening is more likely into Saturday as it moves northward, eventually into the Gulf of Mexico, according to Dean. Any possible impact from the storm on the United States is not yet clear, but the NHC's forecast cone shows it may approach the eastern Gulf Coast near the Florida Panhandle as a hurricane by Sunday. There is quite a bit of uncertainty when it comes to timing, track and intensity, but the southeastern Louisiana coast to the Florida Panhandle should monitor the forecast and any changes over the next few days, Dean said. Nate is the 14th named storm of the year, and comes after a month of devastation from Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria. Forecasters said the Atlantic hurricane season would be above normal, with 14 to 19 by the peak season. An average Atlantic hurricane season, which runs from June 1 to November 30, produces 12 named storms, of which 6 become hurricanes, including 3 major hurricanes, according to NOAA.